Live from the Base Room Studio 2.0 in Seattle, Washington, this is the Podworms Spacecast. The Podworms are 7 lifelong friends who are sometimes selfish and at other times selfless, but are always looking for their next chance to make a great hire at their desk jobs. Welcome to the Spacecast. Well, howdy, hello, and welcome back to another episode of the Podworms Spacecast. We are so excited to be bringing you another episode of the cast. And let me introduce to you the space cast of characters that are on the show today.
At every episode, that is where your brain like breaks down into robot mode. You're like, so, and here's the intro, la la la, and welcome to the Spacecast. And let me introduce the space characters around.
Yeah,
I just like your consistency. I think you're doing a great job.
I make it a solid 45 seconds into the show without any real problems. So.
Yeah. Meaning no one else talks.
Hey. Right. Yeah. Without any other problems. Quote unquote. One of those problems you're hearing right now is one half of the Deadly Brother duo, Mike McCoy.
Deadly Brother roll call.
And his Deadly Brother, Kevin McCoy.
End of the Deadly Brother roll call. Yes.
We have the King of Schmooze, Phil Williams.
Ooh, I like that. Yeah, that's good.
And
put that on my business card.
The King of Monkeys, Chase Golka.
That's me.
We have our local historian, Peter Freeze.
I got nothing.
And his little buddy, Jim Charters.
Just real happy to be here today, guys.
We have got a great show for you today. We have some more Podmail. We have the story of how I got caught up in the donut game. We have some stories catching up with our buds from vacation. And we're going to wrap up the whole show with a round of either or. So stay tuned.
Did you introduce yourself?
Yeah, no,
who are you?
I didn't. My name is Andrew LeClaire, Dandy Andy, Low Hanging Fruit.
Good.
The Worm Daddy.
All right, that's enough.
I mean,
okay.
Worm Daddy.
this is a title I didn't give myself, so I mean, it's just as appropriate as Dandy Andy or Low Hanging Fruit as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, not as good, but yeah, it's there.
Doesn't quite have the same. Doesn't have the same zing to it.
Inaccurate, but it's fine.
Yeah, also you're not the king of anything, but you know.
Yeah, whatever. Unlike the King of Monkeys or the King of Schmooze.
Or the king of fucking homecoming.
Jesus taking it back. This used to be a thing that we roasted him for, and he's taking it right back.
I'm reappropriating this.
Like, by the end of this podcast, he's not like a nice guy anymore.
We changed him into a monster.
Yeah.
So much for all around nice guy.
Yeah.
DJ producer, all around piece of shit.
Hey, fuck you, fucker.
Wait, DJ Rebel's Homecoming?
Yeah. That's me.
So
Check him out.
We've got ourselves a pod mail, and this comes to us from a listener who goes only by the letter E.
Oh.
And they the title of the pod mail is Airsoft Squirmin'. Reads Podworms. Podworms. I started out the wrong inflection.
Podworms.
Tell me, Podworms.
Please, may I have some more?
Podworms.
Let me try and I'll do it again, but I want to assume the role of the space fan here. So
Yeah, do it.
Podworms.
Go for it, E.
Friend of a Podworm and local subscriber here. Oh, and loyal subscriber. Did I say local subscriber?
Yeah.
You did say that. I wonder if they're
Can
local.
somebody else read this?
Here's the issue.
Do you want to hand it over? I'll take over.
I took a fairly large acid tab before we started the show. And it's starting to hit.
I took a fairly large acid tab. Sorry, I just said
Usually you just take two.
it's starting to hit.
Do they make them in different sizes? I think you just do two.
I don't know. It was larger than usual. It was XL tab.
Supersize me, baby.
Yeah.
We're gonna learn you guys sometime.
We're gonna learn you guys. I'll learn you up good on some LSD.
those drugs. Okay, anyway.
Friend of a Podworm and loyal subscriber here who's just wondering, when's the next Podworms Airsoft outing? The last one was an absolute blast. I'd love to join you guys for another round. That was my first time playing, and I definitely think I benefited by utilizing the Podworms philosophy, keep squirming.
Yeah, so fun.
Yeah, he did.
Oh my God, what a
What a fun day that was.
One of my favorite memories from that day was playing president in my very first round with the McCoy brothers as my Secret Service bodyguards and getting the W for us by dashing to the safe zone with presidential athleticism this country hasn't seen since Obama.
Whoa.
Dang.
Also-
Yeah, that's right. That was a good time.
Just want to say I sincerely enjoy experiencing the podcast's growth through continuously improving production quality and original comedic content. Keep doing you and keep squirming. Thanks for the laugh, E.
Wow.
Thanks, E.
Wow, that was nice.
That's awesome. I wasn't sure if he had as good a time as we did.
Or
but-
she.
Or she.
Yep, I never airsofted with a female, but it's possible. I just forgot. I have done many tabs. I've done many tabs of acid recently.
Yeah, very
and it
nice.
has been really messing with my memory.
Sure.
You made that sound like, yeah, I've never airsofted with a female. It's just like it's like
Oh,
some
forgot
dirty.
that was possible.
I'm not opposed to it. Yeah, we actually did do it. This is referring to a real thing that's happened to us. We actually
Yeah.
did go airsofting.
I realized that after just now.
Do you want me to read it again now, knowing this is
I'm
real?
about
No, I know who it is. And I know,
85%
yeah, I
confident.
get it.
I
who this
definitely
guy
was
is.
not there at this at all, but I was like, yeah, so much fun. What a great day.
I was thinking it was fake, and then I was like, "Oh wait, I know. Yeah, this happened."
No, we all know E.
Yeah, we all know E.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Nice young gentleman.
It's the guy
Nice
from
fella.
Entourage, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, E.
Yeah.
We went airsofting at this place down in Tacoma. A few of us did. I think Mike, Kevin, a few other people who are not on the pod. Were you there, Jim?
Yeah, I was
Jim
there.
was there?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Jim is directly connected to E.
That's right.
Whoa, let's not give too much away
Oh,
now.
I'm sorry, E.
And so,
Want to remain anonymous?
Anonymous.
He's
yeah.
Anonymous.
Like,
E, are you ashamed of your pod fandom?
I think most of our pod fans are. That's
Definitely. I mean,
Oh,
it's,
that's what it is. They don't want
Yeah.
us to say their actual. Oh,
I just
Yeah.
remember that this airsofting event,
Yeah.
that I think most of us, if not all of us, with the exception of one, just rented guns there. And they
Yes.
and they're all
Yes.
kind of, they're fine. They get the job done for like a casual game, but they're definitely not as fast. There's a limit. They kind of can measure them to see if they're shooting too fast, too hard to put fucking bullet holes in your buddies.
Yeah.
And so
and they fucking like break out at like every 15 minutes. You have to go and fucking get it fixed.
yeah, they're always getting jammed. And so we all rented, but Daniel brought his gun from,
he sure did.
and
Yeah.
it sounded like it was like this thing is so finely tuned and had so much power that whenever you got
is.
shot by Daniel, it was like cutting through your skin.
Yep. Daniel's our editor, by the way.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Daniel the editor. Yeah, right,
Andrew's brother.
right.
You know.
And that's all I remember from that event is that every time I got shot by Daniel, it was like so piercingly strong.
Yeah, there was a very specific pain, and you were like, Daniel.
Yeah. But I think what we need to do is get the Podworms v fans airsoft celebrity match.
yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Agreed. Definitely.
Yeah, I've been wanting to take out some aggression on our fans.
But what if we set the
Finally.
parameters that whichever podworm you frag, you get to replace on next week's episode?
Wow.
Okay.
I like that idea.
Let's do it.
Nice.
So if you could do me a favor,
High
aim for Phil.
stakes.
Yep.
Yeah, let's get him
I
off
need a
the
break.
pod.
I definitely need a break.
Well, thanks, E. Appreciate the pod mail.
That was a blast.
That was a lot
Yeah,
of fun.
that sounded like a lot of fun, guys.
We'll get all the rest of the Podworms
Well,
the
you
next
could only
one.
have like 12 people go. So how are we supposed to fit you into that?
we already had
Oh, okay, I get it.
we already had 4 members of the cast.
Because we already
plus-
had me, and Andrew, and Mike, and Jim.
That's at least 4.
And
And then all of our lots of friends that we
Yeah.
have.
Yeah, like other friends like if I had a podcast with all of my friends, it'd be like, oh my God, probably like 75, 90 people. Like, oh my God, it'd be so big. I have to confine it. And that's why I have 6 or 7 other podcasts of equal size
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
with all the other friends.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure.
Yeah, definitely. What I remember is the first time, I don't know if it was that time or the first time that we went, because it's the airsofting place down in Tacoma. And Andrew at one point, because Tacoma's got a bad rap for being like not as good as Seattle or whatever. As we were going down, we were kind of
Yeah.
like, we were in the warehouse area, but there was at one point where we were driving over a bridge and Andrew literally stopped the car and he was driving and he stopped the car. It was like, this is so beautiful. And he took a picture like on the bridge, like just slightly off. He just thought it was like, he was like, it was, I don't know if it was just like, it surprised you that it was like not as shitty as maybe you'd anticipated or if you were trolling us, but it made me laugh.
Tacoma, you proved me wrong. That was a beautiful thing. I'd go back there in a second.
So I think it would be really funny to do an episode with like 14 people on it.
Funny for us or funny for people listening?
Wait. Only if it's like it's us and like the dark version of us.
Yeah.
No, let's just find
Evil version
another.
of
Let's
us.
just find another 7-person podcast.
We
and join
each
forces.
pick one person to be the evil version of us.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've already got mine.
Have you done it like Marvel versus Capcom, the fighting game?
Yeah, exactly.
Where you select 3 heroes
Exactly.
and they get to jump in and out as you please.
Oh,
Exactly.
damn. That's a great idea.
You know what this makes me think of? We need to find a local high school that we can connive to have some sort of like an internship shadowing program where
Why not the high school we all graduated
Definitely.
from?
perfect. I like it. And we can propose them,
Literally all of us.
Are you a student who's interested in audio engineering? You want to learn the ins and outs of the entertainment business?
Oh, we have
this is a
we
great
have
idea.
We have the perfect person.
Do you want connections with a new hit podcast?
Oh, also free weed.
Okay,
I
that's
will provide the weed.
we're not advertising that to the school, right?
No, just the teachers.
No, definitely not. But if somebody was listening to this podcast because they were thinking about applying, free weed.
Yep. Free
Also, we're looking for a weed sponsor
Also,
out there.
Yes, we are.
Anybody.
We're looking for free weed.
Also, bring your own weed.
you know when you said we were looking for a weed sponsor. For some reason, I was almost like, yeah, it would be sick if Snoop Dogg was our sponsor. He doesn't like distribute weed or anything like that, but
He's weed related.
he's like the weed spokesperson. So it would be really great.
yes.
So Andrew, are you just describing like I took the intern idea a step farther, and I was thinking like, are you describing like a Podworms Spacecast farm league where we have like we're recruiting people up from high school,
Yes.
like
Right.
we put them in training.
Yes.
You know, we have like a bunch of subsidiary podcasts that are end up like the junior leagues podcasts,
We're,
Podworms
we're
Spacecast.
raising people up so we can eventually like take a day off.
Yeah,
Right.
We can retire.
Jennifer's gonna sit in for me.
We're franchising the Podworms Spacecast.
Yeah, we launched 6 new podcasts this year.
Podworms of the Spacecast too. Podworms of the Spacecast.
My affiliate is actually located in Des Moines, Iowa.
We have Spacecast all over this great nation.
Yeah.
And if you want to become an affiliate, just reach out. We'll get you all the training material.
We have a formula that works.
Our minor league podcast is called the Podgrubs.
Are you interested in making money in podcasting?
Oh, we can get
Well, just bring 6 friends and have them bring 6 friends.
Do you want
Perfect.
a job where you can work your own hours and be your own boss?
it's the Podworms pyramid scheme, dude.
Do you want a job where a customer success manager tells you show notes at the beginning of each episode? How bad you've done?
Listen.
Yeah, it's called multi-level marketing.
So if you want to become a pod grub, reach out to us, pwspacecast@gmail.com. Send in all your pod mail.
You're going to want to get in at ground zero.
Along with a portfolio and a quick like video,
And some
Please.
weed.
Please.
Send us
Like
some
all the
weed.
above.
like the type of video you would send into Survivor.
Yeah, exactly like that.
Like what? Like you doing some athletic stuff.
Yeah, like
Like
maybe
parkour.
a couple kick flips,
Right.
just something hardcore.
Send us a video of a kickflip.
Yeah. What's that called? We have the 2 sticks on fire and you're like juggling them back and forth.
Fire juggling?
Juggling.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Let's get some of that.
Could you please send us like a meme
Yeah.
folio just so we can know what we're gonna expect
Yeah,
on our
yeah,
Slack
yeah,
or
yeah,
communication channel?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Chief memer.
Yeah.
So I was a little bit late for work for the first time in a while last week. I had snoozed my alarm. And here's the thing. I don't know. Do you guys have iPhones? Anybody here in this room?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So the time app on the iPhone, for some reason, I find it hard to properly snooze or turn off, especially when I'm groggy and all my glasses on. But what typically happens is that when I intend to hit the end button, I just put it on snooze. And then I get in the shower, and exactly 1 minute into my shower, the alarm starts going off.
Yeah.
And I have to get my ass soaking wet out of the shower to slam the stop button on the goddamn phone. But in this case, I meant to snooze and I hit end instead. And this was a week that Emily had spring break. And so she would typically be the person who's like hey, shouldn't your ass be awake by now if I'm oversleeping? But she was sleeping because she didn't have to go to work. And so I wake up and it's about 9 o'clock and I should be in the office at 8 o'clock. And so I slack my manager and say, hey, I'm a little bit late. Whoops a daisy. And then she's like, yeah, it's fine. Just come in when you can. So I drive myself into work. I'm a little bit frazzled because I took a real quick shower and hopped straight into work. And I noticed as I walk in, there's a bunch of donuts sitting on the tables in the kind of the communal area. I walk past them. And then my manager, like, I'm in a great mood because I've gotten 8 hours of sleep, which I never get. And so I'm like, I always keep the blinds by my computer closed because the light's just too much. And so I come in, I'm like opening the blinds. We're having this good banter. And she's like, wow, you're in a really great mood. I'm like, yeah, well, I got my sleep today. So she's like, wow, I guess, wish you always got your sleep. And then so we're just kind of sitting there just bantering as I'm getting my stuff set up. And she said, do you notice all the donuts on the table? I said, oh yeah, I noticed that. What's up with that? And she said, oh, it's this new thing. Check it out on Slack. And I'm kind of like, oh, yes, cool. And so it's a new Slack channel called Donut. And so as we're sitting there talking, I'm like, okay, well, free donuts. I got to join this fucking channel. And so as we're sitting there just talking, I'm unpacking my stuff. I join this donut channel. And then she's like, oh, you should probably like read the description before you join it first. I'm like, wait, what? And so
It's not for the faint of heart.
I joined the channel immediately. I'm in this great jovial mood, just like very open to any and all things coming my way that morning. And I read the instructions of the channel and it says like, this is a channel that is made to help you get to know your coworkers better. This channel will randomly match you up with a coworker, and then you'll go spend 15 minutes grabbing coffee with them and talk about some prompts here to get to know them. And I'm like, wait a second. I did not want this. I didn't even want the donut. I was just joining because I was in such an agreeable mood. And now I'm in this channel. And here's the thing about Slack. If you leave the channel, it makes a notification. Like it says, Andrew has left the donut channel.
Yes, it does.
And there's like 40 people in this channel, including some of the higher up leadership in the company. And so I cannot get myself out of this channel now.
No, you can.
Okay.
You can.
Is there a secret way to do it?
You just leave the channel.
So I think the only way for me to leave would be to coordinate an attack with my coworkers.
Oh, actually,
where I leave and have them have a lengthy conversation in the channel to bump up my notification. They start fighting with each other.
Oh shit!
Who's at the last jelly filled?
Is this an open channel or a locked channel?
It's an open channel.
Oh, if you can get whoever created the channel to lock it, then you can start kicking people out of the channel. If you do /kick, you can kick people out. You'll eventually be the only one in there.
And they'll just they're like, what the hell happened to the donut channel? Oh, I guess I got rid of it.
They will send you a notification that you've been removed by Angela Claire, but if you do it on a weekend, you need to. I've got this planned out for you. I'm a Slack wizard. If you can get
slacker.
I'm a slacker. That's mostly what I do at work is Slack people. If you get the channel locked on like a Friday, and then you spend Saturday morning just kicking everyone out of the channel, by the time you get back to work on Monday, you're good to go. You'll never have to get to know anybody.
Perfect.
Well, here's the good thing is I think I got matched up with the one person who is exactly on the same wavelength as me about this whole thing. Because what happened is that the channel or the program randomly matched you with someone else in the channel, and then you are like in a one-on-one chat with them. And we added to this chat together and did not say a thing for the first day. I let the whole day go by without saying a word.
Okay.
And I'm like, maybe there's a chance where I never have to talk to this person. We just pretend this is all a big mistake.
We never meet up. We never have to move on to the next person.
Exactly.
Connected for life.
Let's just pretend this never happened. But then day 2, she messages me and she's like, hey, so, not to be like a bandwagoner, but looks like everybody else is kind of, doing this thing. So you want to plan to meet and talk through the questions? And I was like, oh yeah, sounds great. And she's actually remote. I said, oh yeah, that sounds great. Are you in Colorado? And I haven't heard anything from her since. So now this is going on like day 3 from that last message. And so I think now I'm really in the clear where I think she gave it her effort. I gave it my effort. Inside, we both know we don't want this whole thing to happen and we're just going to let it go.
I feel like I know her.
You know this person?
Yeah. So it's like, what else do you need to know?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, in the main channel, the facilitator of the
Is
whole
she
thing.
from Colorado? I don't know.
She,
But I feel like I know her there.
I know her.
I mean, I know
and
if
I
you-
know her, difficulty being able to describe what state she's in.
Yeah.
Look, I don't need your prompts. I know this woman
I
already.
get that mess.
I don't have
She
to.
sat like 3 cubes away from you for like a year.
She's just like,
And she's
"Fuck
just so
this
offended by your question.
you're in Colorado, right? Right?
I say hi to you every day.
Who do you think brought the donuts?
So I guess stay tuned for updates on that. But for the time being, I'm flying successfully under the radar, and I got my donut.
Andrew,
That's nice.
how like percentage wise over your day, how much time do you devote thinking about these sort of situations?
Oh, I try and keep it pretty minimal, like under 25,
25 what?
25, yeah, 25 what?
like 25% of the day.
I thought you were meant 25
hours.
minutes, but
25% of the day.
I thought you meant 25 hours. You added a whole hour to a day.
No. Only about less than 25%, probably 23% or so.
What? How have
less
you
than-
not figured out how to work from home?
Yeah, seriously.
It doesn't matter. She's remote. I can't escape.
No, I'm not. I just
okay.
mean in general.
In general.
In general, we're not talking about this.
In your life, how have you not figured out how to get a job where you don't have to interact with anyone?
yeah, if she's remote, why can't you be remote?
Yeah.
So here's the funny thing, and not to get too much, corporate chat.
I can already tell this is going to be funny though.
It's going to be funny. So the company used to be more relaxed about work from home, and then one person fucked it up for everybody.
Of course.
And here's the thing: they wouldn't tell us what they did; they could only allude to it. So it's this thing where there was a company wide email from the CEO at some point that said, "All right, we're going to rein the work from home time in. Managers, you can still work from home, but everybody else, go fuck yourself." And so
That's terrible.
And so someone
Sounds like
asked
an
in a
awful
team
place.
meeting, so what's up with the whole work from home thing being taken away? And it was kind of just very much someone just kind of did something and ruined it for everybody. And I was
Why would you
so
say that?
tempted to be like, so what did they do?
Why
but
not?
I didn't do it, but what could you do to ruin the work from home policy for everybody? Like,
Great
know.
question. Downloaded a lot of pornography.
I think it had to be a lot of porn.
New Slack channel.
Wait, just a porn sharing Slack channel.
They thought they were on Reddit.
Yeah, they're like, no, they're like, it's okay, guys. I'm working from home now, way under the radar. No
Nobody
one will
can
know.
see.
No
Personal
one will be able to
computer.
see the Slack. Yeah,
That could have been it. I had wondered where the moderator of porn at work, they use the @ channel had gone.
Oh, okay.
So,
Porn at work.
.com.
I mean, it was a really thriving channel for a while. I mean, just like all day long, just new stuff to look at.
Then
but-
somebody added the CEO and ruined it
and
for
then
everyone.
the whole thing went to hell. So
Yeah.
maybe those two events are related. I don't know.
The CEO joined, and then immediately you see the notification: Andrew has left the Slack channel.
It's yeah. Let's get out of here, Scoob. Everybody splits off in different directions.
Zoinks.
All right, so we've had two of our podworms actually just went on beautiful vacations this last week. Let's catch up with Mike first.
Yeah, well, Kevin and I actually went.
Oh, so
And
three
he's-
of our podworms.
3 of the podworms. Yeah, Kevin and I went to New Orleans this past weekend. Well, I guess when we're recording, whatever.
It's
This
the past weekend.
Yeah, this past weekend. And we went and saw a couple parades. So we actually went, it was Easter weekend. It has to be time centric. Because we
Okay.
went and saw
All
the
right.
gay Easter parade,
Sweet.
Ooh.
Awesome.
which was fucking fun. It was
That
so
sounds dope.
It was so good because it's like apparently like one of the bigger weekends like just behind Mardi Gras.
Oh,
For some
shit,
reason,
yeah.
Easter just is, and like everybody's fucking dressed up. It's super colorful and super just beads are flying everywhere.
Did you show off?
I did not I think on Friday or Saturday, but it wasn't like there were beads flying around. It was like we were on like Bourbon Street, like just the street where everybody drinks, and we had stopped at some point.
It wasn't like someone gave Mike beads. Mike just did it to somebody in the bar.
It wasn't a parade. It wasn't like a bead tossing time. We were just like standing around. I think I was smoking a cigarette, and then some like very small, like hunched over lady like came up and slapped my ass, and then I turned around as she was kind of like hobbling quickly away.
Oh
and,
my
and,
God.
And then she turned around and she kind of was like, and then tossed me a bead.
She thought about it first.
Yeah, she was like, and she tossed me a bead necklace, and then I grabbed it, and then I lifted up my shirt.
Amazing.
I put it on.
She's like, yeah, all right.
I can confirm all of this. And I have no details to add because it was so accurate. I thought like she was hobbling and hunched over in a way that I was
Holy
like, she's
shit.
going to go find a cave after this.
like imagine like the witch from Snow White kind of status, just like tiny and like
She slaps your ass and then she's like,
she scooted away, but then turned around and was like, you know what? You've earned this.
I could see more. I could see more of that.
Yeah.
I could get a little bit more.
Yeah.
I could get a little more.
Yeah,
of that.
so I did at one point, but so we were like posted up on the street where the gay Easter parade was going to go by, and like down the street a ways there was like a huge like group of like 40, 50 people that were all crowded around a balcony, because these weren't like balconies that were like restaurants. These were like balconies that clearly some rich dude owns in the French Quarter.
Yeah.
And like all of their like adult children are there just because they're like, yeah, we're going to come over to my uncle's place and see the parade.
He's rich.
And so so there's just people like up on the balcony that have tons of beads that are just tossing them. And none of these beads are leading to any titties. No titties the whole weekend.
Damn.
What a waste of
yours?
beads.
Yeah. literally only my titties
what a
came out.
waste.
These are Easter beads, guys.
Yes. Yeah, it must just be that way. I
The
don't know.
Lord's beads.
But either way, there's a huge crowd of people, and it's like it's down the street a ways, and like, and they've been just tossing for like the past like 30 minutes, just tossing random beads. Everyone's
Yeah.
like, yeah, jumping up and down. They're so excited. The street's full of people, and then Kelly and I were like talking about. We're like, oh man, should we go over there? I kind of want beads. Like that just sounds fun. And they were like looking, and the guy was kind of looking our way, and I like gave a big wave. I was like, hey dude, you're like way over here. And so he was like, oh, okay. And like hucks them, like, cause it's not like we're close. We're not in a crowd of people. He hucks them and I catch it immediately. And I'm like, fuck yeah. And then Kelly did the same thing. He's like, run here. And then he throws another one. And then I was like, one more. And I like was trying to grab Julia's attention. I was like,
Yeah.
Julia, get out here.
Yeah.
And she's like, what? And she kind of walked out, like turned around and caught more beads. And we're like,
Nice.
this is fucking dope. And then someone caught on to what we were doing. Like getting free beads without working for them at all.
Yeah.
Like all those people that were crowded up and working for them.
They're out there working.
Peasants.
Peasants. But like, so probably like 20 or 30 feet behind us, there was another person that was like, hey, like saw what we were doing. It's like, hey, what, right over here. And the guy with the beads made eye contact. And he was like looked to his friends like, I can do that. I can fucking do that.
I can throw it like
Yeah,
twice that far.
It was like
I
oh, I
wanted.
can fucking do that. And so he gets some heavier beads and he hucks them as hard as he can, not like dangerous, but like heavier so they'll actually fly. And he throws them, and there just happens to be a lady facing the opposite direction in a wheelchair.
Oh no, dude.
And she's talking to someone who's like probably in a similar vicinity to where the guy was. And she's talking to someone, and she raises her arm up, and the beads land in her hand.
No.
They land
Way.
directly in her hand. She is facing the other way. She is not trying to catch these beads. It was this like perfect miracle moment, and everyone on the street goes fucking nuts. And like all of the people on the balconies are like, what the fuck? That's the craziest shit I've ever seen.
I'm not the sort of person who cheers at sports games.
Yeah.
But I went insane because I've never seen anything like that. I was
People
like,
were like screaming in the streets, like, what?
That's amazing.
It's a gay Easter miracle.
What this guy,
It really
This was before the parade started. The parade was amazing, but it was like it's like before anything was like actually happening.
Wow, that
This
sounds
was just
lit.
people like diddling around the streets and like cheering their fucking asses off.
I was gonna say, it was like, did they have Drew Brees up on the balcony or something? He's just like,
So what was the woman's reaction? Did she even notice what happened?
It was kind of like oh okay, and then she put him on. It wasn't like she even turned around to like see the guy. She just like
wow.
kept on-
pretty normal.
she had like, I think she saw the humor in it as well, because she like everyone, like literally everyone on our whole half block
Like,
was going
more than that. It was like 2 blocks of people screaming.
just like nuts, just nuts. And this this old woman in a wheelchair just caught him, and she realizes they're chanting her, and so she just kind of like smiles, and it's like, like
That's great.
Yeah.
she was the center of attention.
That guy's got a hell of an arm.
Yeah.
Yeah, he fucking did it. He turned to his friend, I could do that, and then fucking did it. I was like, God damn, that was great.
You know that guy got laid hard.
Someone had to see that.
Absolutely.
After that amazing
Why
miracle.
did you guys ever leave this magical wonderland that is New Orleans?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
for real.
It was so fucking fun. But yeah, like even the parade, like it was like
I've heard it's awesome.
yeah, the parades. I was expecting to have a good time at a parade, but like whenever I've gone to a parade, it's like, oh, there's some cool floats, but then it kind of is like eventually just like, okay, my ass hurts. I'm sitting on some uncomfortable thing. I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
But like this, it's like because everyone is throwing beads, there's like an objective. And so it was like everybody that's going by, you're like, this guy, and like everyone in our group just like fucking trying to catch as many beads as possible.
That's tight.
It was fucking fun.
Also, the
and we
band-
were fucking wasted. We just bought a 6-pack, walked right out of the market, and just were like cracking them open on the street.
That's awesome. Plus, they have like band, like really cool band playing cool music as they
Oh
go
my
down.
God.
I saw the Snapchats.
yeah.
Thanks
Oh
for
my God.
those. I felt like I was there.
Yeah, we all did.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it was a blast.
Well, that was a fun time. Jim, you went south of the border.
I did. Did go south of the
to
border.
Mexico.
I did. I had a wonderful time in Puerto Penasco, which is just south of Arizona. We drove
Penasco.
there. Yeah, we drove there.
drove?
We drove.
From
Across the-
Arizona?
Yeah. We
So you
drove-
flew to Arizona
Uh-huh.
and then okay.
Yeah. Flew into Phoenix, drove across the border, across the desert.
You want to go to Mexico? Penasco.
But yeah, Penasco.
Penasco.
Hotel Trivago.
So that
Oh no, Daniel, bleep that out. They need to pay us for that.
so the day we get across the border, we like I've never been to Mexico. Caitlin's been to this specific place maybe like every weekend in the summer for her entire like child and teenage years because they had a house there, and so
Wow.
basically like she was just basically like waiting for my reaction to everything as we were going into Mexico. And so like we get right into town, which is a tiny town on the border called Sonoita, and there's first of all there's a like Caitlin gets really excited and I'm like, what's going on? She's like, see that guy over there? I'm like, what? And it's a dude just holding like a huge fistful of tortillas in the air. And he's like going from car to car trying to sell them. She's like, we're gonna get that guy on the way back. We're gonna get these tortillas and he has a good snack. I'm like, all right, cool. And like we stop at a light and there's a dude juggling fire at the in the middle of the intersection.
Sick.
And he's looking for tips while he's holding like a bunch of torches lit on fire in his hand. And we're like, all right, bro, this is not happening.
Oh my God.
Did he have like a tip cup somewhere on him?
No. He was just like one-handed looking for those American dollars.
Need to put it right in his G string.
No, Mexico's really dope. We, Chase, you've been to Mexico, right?
Yeah, I've been to Mexico twice, but
Yeah.
both times I went to Cabo San Lucas, and that is America, basically.
Did you have like
it's like a Home Depot and a Walmart.
Right,
and you're like,
right.
oh, this is great, I guess.
Feels like home.
so,
I did go to like a tiny little town, and it was
Right.
like a single dirt road because we stayed there at night, and I ate some of the best nachos of my life
Dang.
at this little tiny shack that was very like small, and the dude was really nice, and there was just like flies everywhere.
Yeah.
And it was not clean, but man, those nachos were good.
Did you have the experience that guys looking to get you in La Farmacia?
No.
No. Okay, so like Rocky Point,
glad I didn't.
AKA Puerto Penasco, is they have all the Americans go across the border, especially because it's from Phoenix. It's like it's a 3-hour drive,
Yeah.
and you can go get your bulk.
Like going to Canada,
yeah.
but backwards.
You go get your bulk medication for no money. But backwards?
Yeah.
But backwards. Moving on.
Not many people know you have to drive backwards
Yeah.
into Mexico.
Yeah.
Yep.
You can only drive north. Okay, I'm really sorry. Keep going.
So there's like a pharmacy, quote unquote, on like every single block because everybody owns it because everybody comes into town to get like bulk generic drugs for like no money at all. Like you can buy like a giant bottle of Xanax for
Like
$10.
The blue pill.
Yeah, like that. So like we drive into town. We park at like a valet thing because we're gonna go to a restaurant, and we get out, and there's a guy like immediately being like, "Hey, you want some Viagra, Percocets?" Oxycontin.
He took one look at Jim. He's like, "You need some
No,
Viagra."
he was like immediately pegged me. He's like, this guy's never been here before. Hey, you need some Viagra?
This guy's got non-functioning dick.
Percocets.
Wow.
Step on in, my friend.
And then basically like he went through his like list of like generic drugs, and then he was like, and we're like, no, and he goes, well, do you want any grass, cocaine, nothing? And we're like, no, but thanks for running through your whole list of stuff.
Wow. That sounds like a nice guy.
But then it's like a whole racket though. There's like dudes that are like all the waiters in every single restaurant.
Why are they
also
selling it if you could just go into the store and buy it?
No, they're looking to get you to go to their store.
Oh,
Because it's like every single person has
my
like
God,
their
these
own
are
pharmacy.
It's like a bunch of pharmacy owners.
Seriously, it's all and like
Oh, come to my pharmacy. Oh, it's the best one.
it's
Don't listen to that.
exactly
Yeah,
like
right.
Jim, if he had a white lab coat on and
Yeah.
then opened it up, it's samples.
I would have been
you have sampled?
totally convinced.
the best drugs. We have the best.
So Chase, they
Drugs.
also like at the restaurants, like the waiter was also running his own side hustle. Like he
Yeah.
came over and he's like, because he took all of our orders and we all got like tequila and everything, and then he was like, hey, but if you need anything, I've got my pharmacy over there.
Hey,
Turns out this guy was actually from Marysville. What? Yeah, he's like, oh yeah, my girlfriend still lives in Everett. And we're like, okay. And I kept running into
And
people.
he lives in Mexico and is
Yeah.
a waiter.
Yeah.
And a pharmacist.
also a pharmacist.
Yeah, exactly.
in
He went there to
Mexico.
build a new life.
Yep.
What's the name of this town?
Yeah, it doesn't sound shady at all.
Yeah.
I kind of want to go.
It's basically like small Cabo.
Oh, man, that sounds
Yeah.
awesome.
Where like it's not as aggro, doesn't have a Walmart, doesn't have a Costco, but it's
I might
got
go
all the
down
same
there
things.
just to do some Viagra for the first time.
Bro, I am totally tripping on Viagra right now. I am
I've been
rock
wanting
hard.
to do Viagra for a while.
You know, they said that you're supposed to see a doctor if you've been hard for more than 2 hours straight, but that's just there's such squares.
It's
man.
been like
Those are rookie numbers.
It's been like 6.
It's too risky to get that stuff in the States.
Yeah, no, way too risky. Like people would know. Embarrassing.
so
Chase, you're gonna wake up in the gutter and you're gonna have a flag tied to yourself.
Yeah.
I don't know what made me think about this. I think it's the idea of the fire twirler guy with looking for money. But have you ever seen those people who I think this really is an invention of times gone by? But there's the belt that has like the coin dispenser on it.
yeah.
We can do like you click the coins. I always wanted one of those things.
Oh yeah.
Dang.
I think that if you had been paying attention at the Mariners game, you probably would have seen one of those.
Really? They still have those?
Yeah, you can pay with cash for
Yeah.
like anything that those people, the concession people walking
Yeah.
down the stairs have.
Yeah.
Right. I figured they just kind of had like small bills on them.
Yeah, and you
And
can
also
use
coins?
change. Yes,
I would love to get my hands on one of those coin things.
I
Just
have one.
Fill it up.
Wait, you have one?
Yes,
Fill it up.
Wait, Peter, you have one?
I don't know. I think it was my brother's.
Why did he have one?
Did he
Get
work?
him on the pod.
Nah, probably not.
Maybe not.
Yeah, that'll have to be a mystery, I guess.
Yeah, well, I guess we'll never know.
Shoot.
Well, that sounds like a fun trip, Jim.
Thanks.
Glad to have you back.
don't
And
wanna-
safe.
Okay.
Did you bring any samples?
I did not bring any samples.
How many tequilas did you drink?
Oh, it was a week long tequila journey, basically.
Bender.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
Fucking IVing tequila the whole time you're there.
It was like go
Oh, they
to,
make it so pure there, you don't even have to drink it. So pure.
And Jim, I didn't want to have to. I want to bring it up, and if you don't want to answer, feel
What's
free.
that?
But I noticed that you have been sitting here with a pillow over your crotch area.
Oh
for this
yeah,
whole-
I'm still hard.
You're still okay.
I knew you used to come to that guy. I would have.
Mexican Viagra.
I would have, yeah.
It's like Mexican Coke. It's
Yeah, here's
the
some.
best.
It's made with real sugar. Comes in a glass bottle.
It's like candy.
All right, let's talk after the show.
Okay.
All right, let's end out the episode with a game called Either or. I'm gonna present you guys the few different scenarios here, and I want to know which one you guys would go with. So, number 1, body wash or bar soap.
What are we?
What would you use in the shower? What are you using?
Body wash.
Body wash?
Peter, what do you use to apply the body wash to your body?
My hands.
How much time does that take?
I hop in the shower with me. I'll show you.
All right.
Oh yeah, we should probably all check.
Wait,
make
Jim,
sure
are you
that-
making an argument that soap is faster?
No, I'm not making an argument. So
just getting more information.
I'm getting more information.
I think Jim.
I'm forming my opinion.
How do you apply soap to your body?
Yes.
I use the bar
And you rub the bar around yourself.
mostly because I don't like the put body wash in hand, put soap on body, and then doing it over and over again.
Question: have you, with the bar, just rubbed the bar? Because I use both body wash and soap. I
Okay.
use soap for my face, but
Okay.
do you just rub the bar between your hands and then just?
No, I put the bar on the body.
Oh no, that's not.
You guys
good.
are
Straight to the
living in
body.
the straight Stone Age.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's irrelevant.
Get
Use
fucking
a loofah.
Get a
Obviously.
loofah.
No.
Loofahs are the
know-
best.
Or
Phil,
a big sponge.
I'm a big proponent of the loofah as well, but the problem is that you have to replace them after a while because they get
you do?
gross. Oh yeah, dude, that thing's filling up with like nasty skin that you're rubbing off every
But
time.
it started white.
I was just gonna say that, but then I was like, why would somebody buy a white loaf? I mean, I guess I don't know. I just feel like that's weird.
How often do you change the loofah?
I don't know.
when it feels right.
Probably when it
Which
feels
is?
right.
It loses,
why-
it
when it
loses,
feels right.
loses the
Okay.
spring in its step.
That's why I
You
only
can tell.
buy.
We talking months? Weeks?
Look,
Years?
I'll be talking about like once a month.
I bet you a doctor would recommend change it. Once a month or 2 times.
You know
a
what?
month.
I bet you a doctor. What a statement. I bet you a doctor would recommend.
This is like
This okay.
textbook Chase appeal to authority.
Let's
I
look it
bet a
up.
doctor.
I bet you that's what it is.
okay. First of all, one, if you're gonna buy loofahs, go down to where
Or go down to Puerto Penasco.
and buy in bulk from one of the pharmacists. Two, you're just wasting money. God gave you 2 loofahs and they're your hands.
Okay.
This guy has never used a loofah.
He's
They
never,
don't-
he's
they don't
never
do the
used
scrub.
one.
They
He's
don't do the
never used
scrub
one.
right.
They don't do the scrub. They don't.
Plus-
they don't. What is it? What is it called when you scrub and it's
Exfoliate.
exfoliating?
Yeah,
Plus,
yeah.
a
Thank you
loofah
very
costs
much.
what, like $2
or less.
I bet I can find a cheaper one.
I bet you could
In
go to
Puerto-
Mexico.
Puerto
Go to Mexico, get them for 20 cents.
St. Vicodin, Mexico, or whatever it is.
Yeah, exactly. I'm selling loofahs too. You're like, all right.
It's right next to the Xanax.
Does anybody else feel like bar soap kind of makes you not sticky, but like
Dry.
Filmy.
Dry.
Yeah,
It's dry.
like what I like about body wash, because that's where I'm leaning. It's a little more slippier, and then it just gets right off. And then I feel like a fucking
Mike, have
goddess
you
when I
ever-
get out of the
Mike,
shower.
have you ever tried like?
Now you're speaking my language.
But the bar soap, it's like sometimes you kind of you're like it's like kind of sticky.
Have
I
you
don't
ever
know.
tried the?
You
the
feel slippy all day.
Have you tried washing off after you apply it?
No. There's a specific.
It's all over
feeling.
my
No,
towel.
Yes, there is a specific
Yes.
feeling, and it is very much like grease from a good old chicken wing.
Oh,
Wait, Kevin.
Kevin wears like a giant human-sized condom when he gets in the shower.
Do you wear the?
It's funny that washing soap off doesn't work.
Wait, so
No, it's not that- no, the soap gets washed off, but it's like it just leaves you
leaves
like
a residue.
Yeah, it leaves you.
film.
No, it's not. It's not. Yeah, it's not
Oh.
residue, but it leaves you kind of drier.
it's
or
like
something.
it's kind of
Mike,
like
have you ever
it's still
tried-
on your body, like
No,
you didn't
it's
wash it
not
off the whole way.
Okay, we're getting fucking bar soap right now.
Let's do it.
all right, everybody, get in the shower right now. We're testing this.
Right now.
Showers.
I
heat
think
it
we're
up.
all on the same page. Bar
Yeah.
soap is from,
It
our
is.
grandfather's
Okay,
time.
I'll give bar soap a little. Okay, because I'm running out of my body wash soon, and I'm gonna buy bar soap next because I always use bar soap. Because first off, you can still use it with a loofah, and then it gets all sudsy, and that's really great. Second off, body wash is really bad for the environment.
It is. That's the other thing
I
because
guess
you're
makes
buying
sense.
a plastic bottle every time instead of buying a
Huge
box with
plastic
Oh,
bottle.
see, I just
Plastic bottle
I
on
bring my
plastic
own bottle
bottle.
and I just fill it from a vat.
from the you go down to the drugstore and they have the dispensers.
No,
and
it's
you
like-
put the bottle underneath the
A
dispenser.
drugstore.
refill it.
No, he goes to his co-op.
No, yeah, it's like in the raw food section of
shit.
Fred Meyer.
I'll start making my own body wash. That's what I'll do.
Probably could.
Yeah,
Just
that would be better for the environment.
tequila.
Just get a bar of soap, put it in a blender.
Mike's special
that would be
body
something.
wash.
whiskey, a bar of soap, a shot of tequila.
That's so funny. These fucking soap guys think they can fool me. I know what body wash is.
I know what it is.
Hey, you can market it as Colonel Mike's patented body wash. You can have a little red wagon with it filled in little mason jars.
I have an aside about that like the real crunchy body wash, like the real hippie crunchy. You know what I'm talking about?
I feel.
So you know the Dr. Sandersons or whatever, like minty soap that comes in the big bottle with all the text on it.
Right. Yeah.
From Whole Foods.
Yes.
Pro tip: you cannot use it on your entire body.
Oh.
What part of your body?
If you put it onto your balls, it's like putting icy hot or Tiger Balm on your balls.
Because it's mint. Yeah, the mint soap.
The mint oil like makes you basically like it's a strange feeling to say the
balls
least.
are fresh, dude.
Exactly. Too fresh.
Yeah.
Fucking fresh.
Too fresh.
Okay.
It's like
Balls, dude.
it's like gum for your balls, dude.
Yeah, sometimes my balls are just too fresh.
I wish.
Or not fresh enough.
Yeah.
All right. So let's do one more here.
Yeah, I'd love
So-
that.
All right, sure.
So, would you rather? And this is kind of interchangeable between a few different concepts, but I'll just say, would you rather rush to the buffet when it opens up, or would you rather wait in line? And let me explain this. This is in a situation where you're at like a wedding or you're at some sort of a school function. They say, okay, the food's ready. And then everybody kind of rushes up. Or if like an airplane is landing, for example, do you want to rush off, or do you just kind of wait until the crowd's already kind of gotten their pick first?
I've got the answer. I'm never that person that rushes up there first. I don't like being that guy.
No, you rush up first.
What?
And I also don't understand your airplane.
Yeah, the airplane one makes no sense. You have to stay in your seat till the people in front of you get out.
No, but there's
I've
there's
not
those
found that to be
aggro
true.
folks that are like
They're-
4 seats behind you.
they're
That's like
already in the
just
aisle.
hovering over your shoulder
There's-
somehow.
There's a difference between an airplane and a buffet. I was just on the airplane for 1 to maybe 16 hours, and I want to get the fuck off that plane.
Yeah.
Wait, 1 to 16
Oh,
hours?
I'm the opposite on a plane because if you get up and then you get stuck and I'm really tall and then the things are down where the luggages are.
Yeah, you can't-
The
yeah.
luggages.
luggages.
I'm stuck like fucking crouching and being like, "Hi, people, hello," and just like kind
You're
of
hurting your neck.
No, I
So I sit
I would
until
wait.
everybody's off the plane.
I would wait. I understand it,
They're
but
like,
I
sir,
can
you
know-
have to get off.
I can understand why people would want to get off the plane quickly. A buffet, you run through there. If you're the first person through the buffet, you take as much food as you fucking want. Like, good on you for. In fact, I just did this at our corporate like kickoff for the fiscal year. They catered lunch for us, and I got in line first.
Peter, they catered lunch for the Podworms kickoff.
This is Peter's story about how everyone in the office loves him. Please
I
continue.
love how proud you are. You're like,
Please
"Yo,
continue."
the fiscal kickoff barbecue. I took so much food.
I did.
I wanted.
They had ribs. They had barbecued grilled chicken breast. They had beans, corn on the cob.
Whoa.
I was the first one through, and I had the most food. Do I regret it? No. Do you want to know why? Because I was well fed.
Do your coworkers regret it? Well, yeah, they didn't get any food, but
yeah,
It was a buffet.
Yeah, see, here's the thing. Yeah, I mean, they should have enough food for everybody.
yeah.
this is like the opposite of Maya Pizza. You remember that person who wrote into us, Maya Pizza?
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
my
yeah.
From a few
pizza.
episodes ago, where the
Yeah.
person from the other department kept taking their stuff from the potluck.
Yep.
That was Peter.
Yeah.
Yep.
He was going in and taking all the food.
What I find is that most of these buffets, a buffet scenario, if you ever catch me in one, typically I have a drink in my hand.
Oh, yeah?
In your hand.
And so I have in my man hand, I've got a drink.
Is that like
Is that not what you said? What'd you
I
say?
said your ham hand.
No,
A man ham.
Excuse me. There is ham in my ham hand.
Oh, wait, there's a drink in your man hand and ham in your ham hand.
Okay.
But all I'm saying is I'm in no rush. I will sit here and nurse my little beverage, and then I will go up when it feels right.
Well, yeah, you can fill,
Yeah,
you fill
what
your
if-
stomach
okay, how
with
about this
alcohol
one?
first.
Crazy scenario, Mike. What if you didn't have a drink? What would you do?
Oh, damn.
Give me
Wouldn't
one
happen.
situation in a buffet where I don't have a drink. Name one. Name one.
I still am not sure I even understand the initial question.
Are you the
Because
person?
it was like, do you wait in line or do you rush
Do
to
you
a
not
buffet?
wait in line?
Right,
That
cause,
was the question.
Because the scenario is like at a corporate thing where they're getting the food set up. And you can't eat it right away because the catering staffs are getting it ready. And at some point, they walk over to you and say, okay, the food's ready. Go ahead and help yourself.
There's two things you do. You either one, make sure you get in line so you're not waiting. So you're either the first person through, or you wait till everybody gets theirs and then you go up.
Right. Those are the options.
The worst thing to do is actually wait in line.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. So I mean, you're a winner either way. Just take as much food as you possibly can.
I feel like I'm just a get up and go, and wherever I land is where I land kind of guy.
Okay.
I don't like the pressure of being first in that sort of line when there's food and people that are hungry behind me. And also, I don't know what food is best because I didn't get to look at it yet. And maybe people bring back plates and I see everyone's talking about, the carnitas.
Yeah, I'm talking about the carnitas situation up there.
Or they're talking about the, those little pickles. The little cocktail pickles. Cornichons, so I want to know about those things first. And then
What buffets are you going to?
I'm talking like a wedding buffet. Where I will definitely have a ham in my hand.
Guys, those are just
a drink.
Those are just some examples of foods that you can find in a buffet at some sort of event.
The tiny pickles.
I'm not trying to. I'm just saying that those are examples, okay? And they were good examples, I think. But basically,
they're okay.
What I'm trying to say, if I can finish my point, is that also, if they're in a buffet, there's probably backup food, right? Like the food's coming,
Which is why you want the food first, because it's the freshest.
then you get the replacement food when they bring out the next one, and everyone's like, "Oh, I missed that in line because everybody in front of me took it, and then I ate my food."
Which is why you want to be first.
Chase,
you know, if they're
I
replacing,
had a lot of experience with the buffet when I was in Mexico.
Lots of experience.
Here
over
we go about Mexico. Jim, you already had your Mexico segment.
Like I had a lot of experience.
Did the buffets have pharmaceuticals?
No, but they should have.
That would have been.
They top off at the end.
This was a very well run buffet.
Yeah.
It was an oiled machine.
Ooh.
Where the second that a tray even got like half full, they're already refilling it with stuff from the kitchen. Boom,
more
right
food.
away. And there was no line because everybody's came into the dining room, sat down, you went back up, got your table, got your thing.
Yeah,
It was good.
A buffet
It
restaurant.
was not a rush buffet. It was like there was no line.
Yeah, buffet restaurant. You're not going to run in that line.
No,
I just went to
no.
the casino buffet, and it's
Oh, yeah.
drinks in my man hand.
Yes.
Got ham in the ham.
Ham in the ham hand, and I could go up and get food if I
So
want.
who's getting the food for? Is Julia helping you out here? Because you already got both your hands full.
Yeah, typically, because I got the ham in the ham hand, and I got the drink in the man
So what's
hand.
Julia got?
She's got 2 plates, and it's just filling them
No
up.
drinks, no ham.
Wait, how?
Why would-
you
why
need
would
a
s-
third person? If she's got plates in both hands,
Okay.
Well, no, she can put them. She can put them. Excuse me. There is a little place where you can put your plates when you're getting food on them.
you point. You say, "I want it on here."
Yep. And they just slop
So
it up.
what do you guys? Here's a buffet question.
Yeah.
Not that I want this episode to go two more hours.
Okay.
But,
one last buffet
at the
question.
buffet, everything's basically self-serve, with the exception of the prime rib or the roast or whatever they got.
Right.
Right.
When you go and you're looking that guy dead in the eyes, he's like, "How much do you want?" What do you say to him? He's like,
All of it.
All of it.
"Keep going,
As
keep
much as
slicing,
you
keep
can.
going." Or do you just like, "Oh yeah, that's good. That looks good."
How the question you ask? You look him right in the eye. You lock eyes with him. How much can you give me?
That's the Don Draper the demand
See,
right there.
This gets to there's like 2 drives for me. This kind of ties both questions together for me, which is 1, I obviously want to be first in line and get that food because I'm
Yes.
hungry. But 2, I don't want to run to be that person. I don't want to seem like I don't want everyone to look at me and be like, "Ha, that guy wants food real bad."
Has anybody in
Which
this
is
room?
Why? What's wrong
That
with
guy's
that?
desperate.
Well, what?
like
It's not like
being the person that runs and goes and grabs food. The same thing is true when you go and ask the guy for a certain amount of meat. There's a certain amount of meat I want, and it's an absurd amount.
$400
And I'm going to taper that back about 30%, and that's how much I'm going to ask
But will you
for.
go back and get the other 30% later?
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
So what you're saying, Kim, is you would clear house at a Brazilian steakhouse place. You'd just keep that token green. You keep it coming.
I haven't been to a Brazilian steakhouse.
Well.
Jim's about to take you.
I've
Yeah,
always
that's right.
wanted to do
Yeah,
that. Can we do
can we
that?
all go?
Can we do that as a Podworms outing?
Yes.
Yes,
we can.
We're doing it. We're doing it. Okay, sick.
We're doing it.
It's planned.
Done.
Yep.
All right, it's decided.
Great. See you guys on the 24th.
Okay.
That's
I got stuff going on tomorrow. That's a little short notice.
we already planned it. We already planned it.
Ah,
See you
shit.
at Fogo de Chao.
All right, see you there.
Done.
All right, well, space fans, why don't you let us know? Do you rush the buffet like a goddamn pig with your ham hands and your drink hands, your man hands? Let us know. Podworms Spacecast. You can send us an email, pwspacecast@gmail.com. You can follow us on our social media, Podworms Spacecast, on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, pwspacecast.com. All of our upcoming tour dates and Podworms outings like the grill and bacon sous vide and waxing, as well as the Podworms Airsoft event and the Podworms outing to the Brazilian Steakhouse. All the details posted on the website. If you like the show, tell a friend, tell a loved one, tell a construction worker. Because listen, so you guys think this is a joke, but they're out there working all day.
It's not a joke.
And they're bored and they need some quality content to keep them happy.
While they operate heavy machinery.
Frankly, I mean, you want happy construction worker, happy construction. That's what they always say.
There's no way this bit should be getting funnier to me, but it is somehow magically.
And as always, space fans, until next time,
Keep squirming.